Good afternoon, guys. Just a little update today. I'm going to be running through BTC, Phantom, and XRP, what I personally expect. Starting off with BTC, what I've first of all done, like I say, guys, is use the Fibonacci tool from the last significant high to the last significant low. What I'm expecting is if we can hold this area here, so around 32k. For BTC to come back up, like I've been saying, to around 52k, possibly 54k, the 786 level of the fib, retrace down before testing back on the 618 and continuing back to the downside. That's just quickly on BTC on the daily. 4 hourly, it starts to make sense. You can see we've had rejection. We might just be coming down to fill these wicks in before continuing back up in a little bit of a bullish momentum, before continuing back to the downside. I still don't believe that we will break highs of 60k. I still don't believe we're going to go to all-time highs either. Like I said to you guys, we broke below 52k here, had a little bit of a retest, went short. What I am waiting for is a big retest of 52k, potentially 54k, which was previously, if we have a look here, a support. Just pushing down then, guys, to XRP. If we have a look here, XRP, same scenario, Fibonacci on the daily, taken from the last high here to the last low down here. What we're looking for then, guys, we did have a little bit of a retracement here. Let's take this away. So we did have a little bit of a pullback and I tried to test the 0.5% of the fib, which we have rejected. Again, we could potentially be coming down to fill these wicks before continuing back up to, let's take a look here, either one of these areas, guys, like I say, around 119, potentially 130. But if we look at this trend line, we're talking about 148 before then continuing back down to lower than 50 cents region. That would make sense, as this is lower low, lower high, and then a lower low, and then we could expect a lower high before pushing down as well. Last but not least, Phantom. All the pairs again being affected by BTC on the daily fib from the last high, one sec, to the last low. Potentially pull up to either one of these regions of around 60c, 65 or 70 cents if you would, and around 80c before continuing back in bearish momentum. So that's my bias for these guys. As I say, BTC is not bullish and this is not a pullback in the market. This is clear trend reversal. If we just quickly put a horizontal, well, if we just quickly look at this here, we've broken below all of this. We've actually came back up, slightly retested. So for me, like I say, what could potentially happen is a push up to the 50 level, which is 44k, just to make it more suitable, before then pushing down. So this is my bias, which is bearish, and I hope everybody's just enjoyed this little video. It's just my personal opinion. Again, I'm not a financial advisor. I just do my research and go against what most of these YouTubers are saying, that Bitcoin's going to explode. But yeah, anything else, guys, like I say, we've got the same type of scenario all across the board. Like BAT, we've seen BAT coming from $1.70. We crashed down to, where are we? Around 45 cents. Again, with that horizontal line that was just there on 120, yeah, 120, that would make sense for us to come down here, claim these wicks before continuing back up. Let's see, to around 120 before continuing back down in a bearish momentum. Where could BAT potentially go? So if we look at the 4 hour, where could BAT potentially go? We could see it come down to 40 cents, guys, which would make sense as well, as this was support that still hasn't been retested at all. So these wicks here obviously have been filled, but again, looking at the market, all this area has been broken and retested. obviously failed to break back above 90 cents, rejecting back down. So it's the same across the market, guys, to be fair. Ethereum is the same type of scenario. You know, we've had retracement levels, rejected the 50, 60. Now we're coming down to the 70, see if we can break through that level, come back down before continuing up to around $3,400. Take a look. Last significant high. Yeah, so perfect, $3,400. Again, if we just take this to here, that would make perfect sense. So we can see the market come down. Let's have a little look. See the market come down, push up, and continue back down to around $500, guys. Let's just get this sorted here. So that would make sense as well. Bit of massive wick here, claim some of this, come back down, fill that wick, and then obviously we'd have better buying opportunities down here at $500 rather than jumping in the market here now, when we can clearly see how we're trending. We're not in a bullish market anymore, guys. So as long as you can understand these charts and see, right, this makes more sense than just skyrocketing now to the moon like everybody thinks. It doesn't really add up, guys. There's a lot of levels you'd have to break. We'd have to break 60k, we'd have to break 63k, we'd have to break back above 48k. So you've got a lot of levels. So the probability of these markets just parabolically exploding is highly unlikely, and the probability is that the market's going to continue down until things start to sort themselves out. But yeah, guys, if you could hit the subscribe button, give my video a like, that would be much appreciated. Other than that, have a good day.